Hey everybody. Hey everyone. It's your buddy, it's your pal, it's Mike Messier. Here I am. If you happen to catch this video, if you happen to be watching live, it's Tuesday night around, I'd say midnight or so, 11:49. For the wrestling fans who may not be familiar with me, I do Mike Messier's Angry Wrestling, fucking angry guy, Mike Messier, angry wrestling fan. But I'm not alone in that. There's a lot of angry wrestling fans these days. Angry. Why be angry about watching wrestling? Shouldn't we all just be happy little campers who just watch wrestling? Yes, I'm wearing a hat inside. It's cold. The reason why I'm angry is because WWE in particular is just not very good these days. And I also find that the alternatives, the indie scene, the indie-rific world is not so great either. And why do I say not so great? I mean, when you get guys like Joey Ryan that put their hand on his crotch and flop around like a fish, you have this proliferation of intergender wrestling in bars in front of 500 people eating Cheetos and tuna melts. I don't consider that to be exactly Crockett Cup material, folks. I don't consider that to be Flair Steamboat. So now the other reason why I'm angry, WWE mixing politics and wrestling. Politics and wrestling should not be friends, okay? Now, I want to get to the subtitle of this video, Raw Protest, week number 11, post week number 11. If you're new to the game of Mike Messier, we are protesting Raw. We're not watching. That's why the ratings are down. Check your ratings books, folks. Raw Protest, week 1 was October 1st. And that turned out to be the lowest rating Raw ever until I think the most recent couple of Raws. The ratings just keep going lower and lower. So, folks, I'm not making this shit up. WWE is just abhorrent, and it's abysmal, and it's sick, and it's sad how bad the WWE ratings are right now, folks. I'm not making that up. So what I'm trying to tell you, folks, is you can do what you want. You can say the WWE needs the money to do Saudi Arabia or whatever. But I don't think they needed that money. I think they just wanted that money. Now let's get to the topic of the day. Why is Daniel Bryan your WWE champion? Daniel Bryan, and I'm just going to tweet this out one more time. Daniel Bryan is your current WWE champion as a matter of convenience. And what I'm saying that is it's a convenient time for Daniel Bryan to be the WWE champion right now because they knew that Daniel, although he did the greatest Royal Rumble back in April and had no problem then, when that American journalist got murdered, suddenly Daniel Bryan had an attack of consciousness. And he didn't want to go back to Saudi Arabia for their second show there, the second of a 10-year deal. A lot of people are forgetting that they signed a 10-year deal. So Daniel Bryan didn't want to go to that show. When Daniel Bryan did not want to go to that show, they had him lose the match on SmackDown. We all know it, by submission. And then everyone's, oh, my God, they had a babyface lose by submission. Well, then a week later or 2 weeks later, he wins the title from AJ. By cheating, he goes to the Survivor Series for this kind of weird double heel match versus Brock. I did like how Daniel, or the writers that wrote the script for Daniel, had him justified by saying that Brock Lesnar beat the last, piss out of me or whatever. The last, he's basically saying Brock Lesnar beat me up to further solidify my own heel turn, which I liked that. That was a good justification. But moving forth, this new and improved Daniel and Bryan, this evil Daniel Bryan that we're seeing, what it's really doing, folks, it's just it's that Bret Hart 1995 Survivor Series to WrestleMania title run. It's that, Daniel's going to hold the title, but not going into the next Saudi Arabia show. Whenever we get to the next Saudi Arabia show, the second greatest Royal Rumble or whatever the fuck it's going to be called, Daniel Bryan will have lost his title by then, and they'll have a reason for him to not be on that show if he doesn't want to be, which he probably won't. So this is a winter title reign. This is a Daniel Bryan title reign that's based on convenience. It's convenience. The WWE knows they don't have a lot of star power right now. They could, have had AJ just hold the title until Mania or just hold it for 2 or 3 years. But I think that WWE knows that the days of the Bruno Sammartino 7-year run or the Hulk Hogan 4-year run, or, now we're at the point where a 10-month run, a 12-month run is really long. So they wanted to get the belt onto somebody else off of AJ. And why not put it on Daniel Bryan? And the fact that he protested Saudi Arabia, I guess they didn't take it personally or they didn't want to punish him. So they gave him the belt because, okay, we'll give you the belt now because we know you won't go to Saudi Arabia next April for the Greatest Royal Rumble 2. So the point of the matter is, folks, WWE Booking is being highly influenced by the Saudi Arabian deal. Now, I put my, videos and my links online, and some people say, well, you're a snowflake. You're a social justice warrior. I'm none of that shit. You assholes don't fucking know me. Don't goddamn judge me, okay? I'm a guy with a fucking opinion. And, it's just so easy for these ass fucks to say, well, whatever the fuck, okay? So the point of the matter is this, folks. Your WWE booking is being booked by outside influences. It's no longer Pat Patterson, Gerald Briscoe or Jerry Briscoe and Bruce Pritchard without a T, and Vince McMahon sitting around the pool with, Jim Cornette looking at, Stephanie McMahon grow into her bikini bottoms, okay? It's a different ball game now. We all have to wake the fuck up. And if you watch WWE, like I did not last night because I'm still raw protesting, I will admit I'm in a hotel room right now. I worked on a busy film set today doing wonderful things. And I caught a little bit of Charlotte versus Asuka, the rematch. It was fine, but you can tell, the crowd is so minimal. Like, how many seats were sold? 2,000, 3,000, if that? People have turned their back on WWE, and the WWE has no one to blame but themselves. So in any fucking event, it's Mike Messier, same as it ever was. I do appreciate all the support. Right now, nobody's really chiming in on the chat room. I think I'm going to wrap things up. Eric Bischoff has a new 83 weeks with Something to Wrestle. Conrad Thompson, of course, are talking about Starrcade 97, which I attended. It was a lousy goddamn show. Maybe Bischoff has a fucking refund for me. Why weren't the fucking TV monitors on? Other wrestling things. Dynamite Kid died on my birthday. It was also his birthday, December 5th. I'm very sad about that. Dynamite Kid, I saw him wrestle some great matches, and I'll do another, but it's just very weird that he died on his 60th birthday, Dynamite Kid, on December 5th, which is also my birthday. If you want to fucking PayPal Mike Messier Movie Maker at gmail.com, a birthday gift, go ahead. You don't have to. Mike Messier, just doing my own goddamn thing in this world. And WWE is becoming, less and less a fucking thing for me. For all the podcasters who are making money on shitty WWE wrestling because they have to analyze the shows, hey, guys, you might have to find a different line of work. I'm not trying to be a dick, but it is more than I do, that if people stop watching Raw, they're going to stop watching your podcast, because if you have to have more content, a guy like Joe Cronin, I'll put him over. He's got a lot of content about conspiracy videos and so forth and so on and so forth and so on. Any fucking way. I want to keep this video less than 10 minutes. As Mike Messier wrapping up and saying the reason why Daniel Bryan is your WWE World Champion is because they're manipulating the calendar to coincide with their next Saudi Arabian show. That's the only reason he has the belt right now. And he'll lose the belt in plenty of time for AJ Styles or some other compliant WWE superstar, maybe even a Samoa Joe, to go over there and defend it for the Saudis. Enjoy.